Friends, in August of 2019, the Pew Research Institute released a study that showed over 2/3 of Catholics do not believe that the bread and wine become the body, blood, soul, and divinity at Holy Mass. Now, like all polls, we need to look at the numbers a little closer, as those that call themselves Catholic and those that actually go to Mass are two different groups of people, and they have two different groups of thought. This study did show that 63% of Catholics that do go to Mass at least once a week do believe in the real presence. Regardless, this most excellent book called Eucharistic Miracles and Eucharistic Phenomena in the Lives of the Saints is one that all Catholics should read, clergy, religious, and lay people. Because, as it says in the Gospels, in particular this one here by Matthew, while they were eating, Jesus took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and giving it to his disciples said, "Take and eat. This is my body." He did not say, "This is a symbol of my body." Now, the author of this most wonderful book is Joan Carroll Cruz. And in this book, she documents 36 Eucharistic miracles that have occurred since 800. I must note that this book was written in 1987, so it does not include the recent Eucharistic miracles, like the one in Buenos Aires in 1996, the one in Tixla, Mexico in 2006, or the one from Sokolka, Poland in 2008. However, at the end of this review, I will put up a link for each of these so that you can find out more about the miraculous events that happened in our own lifetime. Now, getting back to this important and timely book, you will see how God chose to show his real presence, consubstantiation, through these documented miracles. To summarize this book, I like to quote from the preface of the book that the author wrote, and she makes a very bold statement when she says, "The greatest treasure in the Catholic Church is, without question, the Holy Eucharist, in which Jesus Christ humbly assumes the appearance of bread. Whether retained in simple chapels or grand basilicas, the Eucharist remains a sign of the Heavenly Father's unwillingness to be physically separated from his children. His children, on the other hand, have not always appreciated this presence, and, as painful as it is to consider, many have abused the gift by receiving it unworthily, by doubting the real presence of God in the sacred host, or by treating the sacrament with indifference. Sadly, this was true back in 1987 when this book was written, and it's probably even more so true today. However, after this, the author does go on to document all 36 Eucharistic miracles, such as the very first one in Lanciano, Italy, and 35 others. For the wonderful research and easy-to-understand way that she explained everything about these Eucharistic miracles, I would like to give this book 5 beards out of 5 beards as my review. Do the Church of today a favor. Read this book and become knowledgeable on maybe just even one of these Eucharistic miracles. This will give you spiritual ammo to use when someone, maybe even someone in a pew, pun intended, next to you, says something to doubt the real presence of the Eucharist. As I mentioned, here's some information on the recent Eucharistic miracles that I spoke of. You can pause the page here to click on it if you're able to on your end, or at least write down the city and the country and the year to look up the information. As always, live Jesus in our hearts forever.